Hey guys, Kyle here, Gnarly Knives. Alright, so I got this out of the vinegar, and I don't know, it didn't do as much as I thought it would, but it did definitely turn it dark gray. And you might be able to notice, I think is pretty cool, but you can actually see the heat treat line in it. So that's a lot of material over a long time. My grandkids will still be sharpening this thing every day. Alright, so this is just going to be a quick sharpening video. I will do a full tutorial on axe and tomahawk sharpening. I'm just going to kind of show you my methods. I did just do a very rough profile on the edge. I just, just for the sake of time for the video, I didn't want to make it a, 45-minute video. Okay, I spent, say, probably a good solid 25 to 30 minutes just doing the reprofiling. But still have a little bit of file work left to do. Then we'll bring it to the stones, and I'll be able to show you the finished product. I'm really excited about this. I'm really happy how it turned out. I might in the future do a gun bluing on the head of this, but I'll see how I like it. It is definitely a bit darker than it was, but we'll see. So first thing I want to do is, so this is the mill bastard file. This is usually what most people you'll just need if you're going to get one file to do this kind of sharpening. I did start with the more coarse file because I had to remove a lot of material. Alright, so let's spin this and take a look, see how this is going to go. Alright, now this is similar with the doing sharpening on a knife, where you want to make sure you spend roughly the same amount of time on each side just to have a little continuity with your edge. Doing this here. Ooh, sorry guys, sent you flying. Oh god, I'm so sorry about that. Alright. So this here, what we're going to do is this is going to, I'm doing this mostly to take the larger file marks out. We already do have a good edge bevel going. So this is just mostly to clean it up some. There you go. That's taking the marks right out. We'll be able to jump on the stone as soon as we get the other side finished up. These are really good files. Ooh, you gotta be careful. Alright. There we go. I can feel that wire on the other side. This is gonna be a very, very sharp edge. Sorry. I'm going to get a stand soon in the future, guys, I promise, so the video quality and the audio quality will get better. I actually just ordered a small microphone that will plug into my phone, so that should hopefully definitely help the sound quality as well. And then when I do get a little tripod and stand for it, that'll also help with the stability. But I do want to show you guys this here. So I was talking about that burr. See, hopefully you can see right here that wire that's forming. So that's the burr there. So we built it on the one side. Now we want to push it back on the other side, and then we'll know that we have apexed our edge. So we're just going to give it a little bit. Oop. I need a file card. These are great because they take everything right out. If you don't have a file card, that's absolutely fine. Use a wire brush. You can feel it cutting right in. Oh, sorry guys, I promise we're just about done with this here. I got most of the marks out already. Yeah, it's looking so good now. Alright. There we go. Alright, so we have apex on that side. Alright, so there we go, guys. Hopefully shouldn't have to move you around anymore. Now we're going to jump on that Lansky, the double-sided puck. So you're going to start with the coarse edge. And the way I like to do it, the way I like to hold them, is I like to have the handle right on my shoulder. And so that way I can look right down the edge. And just do these swirling motions. in doing this, you want to just make sure you're spending roughly the same amount of time on each side. Then just keep going until you feel the burr push over on this side. So if you're sharpening this side, the burr is going to form on this side. And then vice versa. When we sharpen this side, it's going to come back over here. Alright, so let's take a look at that. And what's great too, that's taking those file marks out. Oh, perfect. This is a really good steel. I like this. I looked it up, whatever it is, 1055. So that's actually a pretty good steel for objects that are high impact. So your axes, tomahawks. There we go. And this way you look right down the edge, you can just see exactly what you're doing. Oh, it's perfect. Alright, so let's see how that... Clean off the finger. Alright, so we got just a little more to do on this side, get that burr. And then we'll be able to go to the finer side, and we'll do the 1000 grit, quick strop, and pretty sure we're going to be shaving here with this. Oop. Alright. I think we are getting pretty close there now. Alright, so the burr is gone on this side. Oh, there we go. And I can feel it now on the other side. So now we can move over to the finer side. And what's cool too, because I know it was saying that I spent a good amount of time on the file. That was really just to set the bevel and profile it the way I want. Honestly, should not have to do that again. And be able to take care of the edge just with the stones now. The only time I should have to take a file to it is if there, is if there is a nick or some form of edge damage or roll or anything like that. But even still, you're just going to file until you get that nick out. It's not going to be a complete reprofile. Oh, man. And you can hear the sound difference as you move up in grit on the stones. It sounds almost like a higher pitch. Alright, let's see how that is now. Boy, it is hot. Alright, so we got the burr all off on that side. It is over on this side now. And that edge is starting to clean up and look a lot better. So now, let's go over to this final side, then we'll move on to the last stone. Let's just take a quick... Alright, so that burr is gone on that side. Now we have formed... Awesome. Oh, I can already feel that edge is getting really sharp. So now with the finer side, before we go to the 1000 grit, we're just, instead of doing the circular motions, what I want to do is just do motions like this, just to kind of clean that burr off. Then that just should be pretty good there. There's a little bit left. But you'll be able to feel as you're doing this, especially when that burr is on there, you'll feel a little more resistance, feel like you have to use a bit more force. But then as it clears off, it's just nice and smooth. There we go. Just a tad more. Man. There we go. You can feel the bird just starting to form on this side. So now we'll be able to just finish that up, fine tune this edge. See how that's feeling. Oh man, that is getting to scary sharp. Just a little bit here. This is where it's probably not a bad idea if you want to start counting. Because especially where the burr's getting smaller and smaller. So we're going to be needing less and less on each side. Alright. And you do want to be careful. It is a sharp edge, so when you're feeling it, you want to push away from where the edge is, not going towards it. There we go. And then on the last strokes, when we're doing one per side, we'll do one, we'll flip it, and I'll do this probably 5 or 10 times, just to ensure that we've covered the entirety of the edge on both sides, and we're just knocking that burr right down. And honestly, you don't even have to do this many steps, even with axes especially. A lot of people, a file, you can get a good edge with just a file, and most people will just do that. They'll solely sharpen their axes with just a file. I just like to just bring it that next level of sharpness, because I just like very, very sharp tools. So I think we actually should be just about done. Yeah, and that's feeling. Especially now, we're going to be jumping over to the 1000 grit stone. So I'm going to go back to the circular motions. And this will also help really polish up and get rid of some of those marks. Because that other stone, we got all the marks from the file out, so now we want to get the marks out from the stone that we were just on. There we go. And so you can hear too how much quieter it is now. That edge is gone on that side, and you can just feel a bit of a burr on this side. So you dunk it a little more water. And just keep an eye on what you're doing. I know I keep looking away and looking at the camera and trying to, do a video while doing the sharpening, but, especially if you're very new at this, take your time, go slow. There we go. Get the burr out on that side. Alright, now we're ready to just start doing our single strokes instead of doing our circular motions. Alright. And then at some point, I think probably tomorrow, I want to do a little testing video. It won't necessarily be part of this series just because this is the modifying and everything, but just to kind of show you guys what it can do with a little bit of work and a good edge, what you can accomplish. So this is a $30 Tomahawk. If you were to buy it in this condition, as what we've done with it, well, I don't know, it might be a $50 or $60 Tomahawk. But with this edge though, I don't know, it might even be a $70 Tomahawk. I'd be happy to pay 70 bucks for this. Alright. So I'm going to move over to the single strokes now. Just going to clean up the stone a bit, get some water on it. There we go. And then the last part with the sharpening, you guys might remember, we're going to go right to the straw. Alright, that should be good there. Let's get the sweat off. Sorry guys, I know this is gross. You guys keep staring at my hairy belly. Alright. Now, I'm going to grab our strop. Let's see. Alright, now kind of bring you guys down here. So you guys can kind of see what it is I'm doing. Move this stuff out of the way. So we're going to want to strop away from the edge. If you go towards the edge, you're just going to end up cutting into your leather, and you don't want that. You know, just do this a bunch of times. Alright. And that just smooths it even more. Try and do this so you guys can still see. Move this bucket of water's in my way. It was really tough doing it like this. We'll make it work. Let's do a couple back and forth. Man, I think you'd be hard pressed to find a factory Tomahawk that you buy with an edge like this. Alright. Oh, that is sharp. Bring you guys in close so we can get some hair off. Oh, can you hear that? Well, it's a little gross, but that's all hair right there. This is shaving sharp. I mean, I don't know if I'd shave my face with it, but got a couple nice bare spots on my arm. Look at that. Yeah, it's gross. But there we go. Let's give another. Man. So that is it there, guys. So our last final step is just going to throw the fix and wax on it. But take a look. See, so remember we shortened the handle. We stripped off that varnish. We added boiled linseed oil. Stripped the head off. Did a patina with the